Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the new set. Finally, we have the new setup for the new year. We're very excited to be here in our new multi-million-dollar studio.
Fantastic.
And we have a very special guest here in Las Vegas at our studio. Last time we talked to him, he was in
beautiful Rio.
That's right. You were in Rio in the hotel, and he had some bandwidth problems.
Yeah.
We're very honored to have the president of NetLeaders, Mr. Richard Wright. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic studio. I think it looks excellent. Very proud to be here.
So this is not a multi-million-dollar studio, really, but we do have some very high-end gear to produce all this magic here. And Richard and I are sitting here in the U.S. NetLeaders USA headquarters, and we're here with our director, Mr. Larry Skinner. Larry, there's Larry behind the scenes.
Excellent.
Directing the show. And my computer just went off. That's great. So we've got some great stuff to talk about today. We've got some exciting shows coming up in the future, but we're honored to have Richard flew from London here to Las Vegas to spend some time with the team here. We've got just tons and tons of stuff in the works that we're going over. We're in his first time here in Las Vegas.
Right.
So we're gonna have a little fun together, and we're honored to have Richard here. Richard, tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, let's do that because I faded out in Rio. I apologize for that. That was a bandwidth issue, which we don't have here in this great studio. So I've come on board with the company about 5 weeks now. Previously, I have experience working as a lobbyist in government in Canada, corporate communications in Hong Kong for the last 20 years with Hill & Knowlton and Lucent Technologies. So I have a very strong telco background and British Telecom. I've started my own businesses and done very well investing in helping grow things. And so when I was invited to come on to the NetLeaders team, I saw fantastic opportunities for the network. It's a great business model, and we're in an exciting space. So I think I'm here to help get everything organized, build further on the great foundation that John and his team have already provided, and really build it out so we can give all of the advocates the tools they really need to build their own businesses and do it in brand. So I'm part of the marketing team in London. I work very closely with Ed and Pascal and James. They're fantastic. They're delivering just the materials you need and the branded materials to keep us all on track and online. And as I said, we're going to be rolling out a lot of these materials to you in the coming weeks and months, and really think it's going to help us hit home our message and build our brand and bring new people into the network and build your businesses.
Where did you grow up, Richard?
I'm Canadian, so I was born in Vancouver. I spent some time in Winnipeg, so quite a hockey fan there. And also lived in Paris. I studied at the Sorbonne there. Hong Kong for 20 years, Vancouver, Toronto, and now London again. So looking forward to that.
International businessman.
Yeah, thank you.
And how did you find us?
This is a good question. One of my classmates from one of my degrees in Canada, Matt Roxburgh-Smith, he's the president of Das Financial working with Terry O'Hearn, and he brought me in. He told me there was an opportunity, and that's great. So again, the network feeds on itself.
Fantastic. So we're just honored to have, we have a very amazing executive staff that's growing, and we're attracting, these spectacular, talented people from around the globe, and we're honored to have these people to help grow the company. It's funny because when we first started the company, and at our first couple of presentations in Asia, the first one was in Kuala Lumpur, the second one was in Bangkok, and the third was Singapore. It was me setting up all the AV stuff and the computer and doing the audio and, doing all the presentations. And, we would get our presentations right before we went up on stage and hand the thumb drive and put it up on the laptop. It was really funny. And if you've seen any of the later productions, or the latest productions, it's like $1 million productions, 20 guys in the AV department, 50-foot screens, etc. And so we've grown tremendously so that we don't have to work so hard anymore. So we're happy to have these very talented executives coming on board to help grow the enterprise and the ecosystem. Right. And so we're very, very honored and grateful to have such a talented team of professionals joining the ecosystem as we speak. And Richard, heading up NetLeaders as president. And I get to go golfing now, I think, right?
So that's the real reason I'm here.
No, we have too much work to do. We have too much growth and too much work ahead to go for anybody to go golfing. There's some exciting things going on. Talk about exciting things. If you haven't logged in to your back office within the last 24 hours, the brand new back office that was promoted in Rio is launched. And the look and feel matches the front of the site. It's dark, but it matches in that regard. But the new features in the back office are terrific. My favorite feature is the ability to see what you need to do next in order to qualify for the career plan. And so on the career plan ranks, whether you're bronze or gold or silver or sapphire, it tells you exactly what you need to do in order to qualify for the next career plan rank. And that's exciting because a lot of people, don't know exactly what they need to do. If they need to qualify in both legs, or if they need to get a bronze in one leg, it tells you exactly what you need to do in order to grow your career plan towards those next levels or ranks. And so that's exciting. Some new reporting in the dashboard. What else are the other features that are back there that I saw yesterday that were amazing? The evolution in these things, there's no real finish line in software development. I tell people, throughout my career, software is never finished. It's continual improvement. And so this thing's going to evolve as we grow as a company. We've already got another 10 or so features that we've identified in the back office that we want to add in to make things better as we move forward. So there's really no finish line in software development. Things will continue to get better and better and better. A quantum leap as far as the feature set goes from our old dashboard to the new dashboard that was launched yesterday. So hats off to Doug Abel and his team, the Round Globe team, for launching that, which launched yesterday, which was Tuesday. And so hats off to Doug and his team. Have you looked at the new back office?
It looks great. Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
So a couple of housekeeping items. Frequency right now is 14.5 for the next 7 days. And so understand why that's important and understand what frequency is. Very important thing and number to be aware of and why that affects your business or your yield of coins. The career plan is being worked on. So as far as the levels and the prizes and the amount of qualifications is being updated, that document will be distributed in the back office shortly. I saw the new draft yesterday, and so we hope to have that approved soon in the back office. Payment information. This was a big topic of last week's show. This is very, very close to being implemented. We're working with our partners, Berkeley Financial Group. For those of you that attended the Dubai event, you heard Ian do his presentation on payments. This is very important for us in a global nature to provide a global payment processor. They're a licensed financial transmittal company out of the UK that will help us facilitate payments in and payments out. Sorry. So this is probably our primary effort here in Las Vegas office, since we do most of the accounting for the ecosystem. And our CFO, and now we just hired another accountant this week, pulling their hair out of the head for the last several months in order to facilitate payments out and purchasing your license, to make that as easy as possible for you guys to acquire your license. Bitcoin obviously is the most predominant method today, and gift codes is another easy way to acquire your license. What else on my notes here? Payments. I think I covered everything on my list here. We're real early here, Richard. What else are we going to talk about?
Well, the payments, you're going to love it. It's going to really be a much better, faster, easier solution for you. So I'm really happy that that's being implemented.
Yeah.
And just further to the roadmap, John's talking of small beginnings, great things happen. We've seen that. And we're continuing to build it out. So I'm in the process of hiring a few more senior roles to help us really get the foundations for wider growth. Why do we do that? That growth is so we can get the infrastructure to provide you the tools to grow your business. It's really that simple. It's also to become compliant in the markets that we operate. And we've got a regulatory guy on board, Tom Wright, who's absolutely fantastic, first rate. And we're doing everything in our possible ability to make it easier for you to run your businesses in a consistent, branded NetLeaders way.
So we talk about Doug Abel. He just walked into the studio.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
His ears are burning. We're talking about Doug and Doug's team. Doug, thankfully is here in Las Vegas and is headed back to Serbia very shortly to manage the development team. Yes, compliance. Compliance is a big deal. We're going to talk about next week's show. We're going to have Michael McGee on again, and we're going to talk about our new training system and compliance system that's coming online. It's going to be amazing.
Excellent.
But we are very adamant about doing things the right way, the Richard right way, right?
The right way,
for sure.
So
we want to be the good guy. I tell people when I'm talking about our business, we want to be the good guys of the crypto business. There's these private coins out there, privacy coins. We think that's completely the wrong strategy. Mm-hmm. We think that having a fully KYC and fully anti-money laundering system is the right thing to do, and the regulators love that we're implementing that. If you read the decision by the SEC when they denied the Winklevi, we call them the Winklevoss twins, it reads like our strategy and our business plan.
Yeah.
And the problem that governments have is they have no visibility on who's holding these coins. And nobody's ever going to use Dascoin for nefarious reasons because we have all the information on who's holding these coins. However, you do have a decentralized wallet. Once you have your coins in your decentralized wallet, your web wallet, and have access to your private keys, nobody can touch those coins.
Yeah.
And we think that that's the right thing to do. And so this hybrid model of centralization and decentralization, I have a frog in my throat for some reason today, Richard, is a model now that I'm starting to see people copy. I have seen some altcoins out there now that their model seems a little too familiar for my liking. It's amazing that all these altcoins are chasing now and doing these ICOs and trying to launch. We're way ahead of the game. We didn't need to do an ICO. We were self-funded. We didn't have to have any external money in order to launch our business. We have no debt as a company, and we're profitable. And so we're way ahead of the game as far as this. It's like a nuclear arm race, right? So it's like the birth of the internet. I got to experience this when I built one of my prior companies. We were way ahead of the curve in streaming media in the mid-90s. And so taking advantage of our position in the market will prove to be very, very profitable for a lot of our advocates. And it is. A lot of you guys are doing very, very well and changing your lives. Tears in my eyes when I was in Dubai, and we had about 6 of you guys get up and tell your stories Even so, people living in their cars last year, and now through the NetLeaders opportunity, they're able to provide for themselves and their families.
Absolutely, there's no doubt. And if I can build on what John's just been saying, the company has been well funded. It's been very strategic. It's rolling things out in a very clever, measured way, so we will be compliant and we won't have issues. We don't want to rush things.
Yes, that's
be
very
patient
important.
with us,
Yes.
because we are developing an infrastructure that is going to just hit a home run for everybody. We're very happy, to John's point, about seeing people get up and tell their life stories and how they've already been impacted and positively affected. It does make us proud. I mean, if we can help people have a better life, that's really the goal. And through the ecosystem, through Dascoin and NetLeaders, this is just happening. So I couldn't be happier to be a part of it.
And our slogan says it well, doesn't it, Richard?
Absolutely.
Prosperity for all.
Yes, absolutely.
We talk about networks like Facebook, and LinkedIn that are built upon, our backs. And so we put all that content on Facebook and propel that community. But I haven't seen Facebook sending out any checks to anybody, right?
No, sure haven't.
And so sharing the prosperity to the community has been a goal. And if you haven't seen Mr. Matthias's vision video on Dascoin, please
watch it.
Go to dascoin.com, watch that video. When I'm engaged in conversation with people wanting to learn about us, I say, please go watch this video. You'll get a good indication of our vision of what we think is important as a community and wanting prosperity for all. And it's happening already, and it makes me cry a little bit.
Well, there's more of those videos coming as well. So we expect to see a few more from the founders. So watch the space.
And I've seen some amazing videos. I didn't get to go to Rio because I was in Dubai from the Rio event. And so I saw yesterday Mr. McGee's video, which was amazing. Him talking about our office here and what's going on in the United States and the new training system, which we're going to talk about next week. I look forward to seeing more of those videos.
Yeah.
I think they're being published now. You can find them on Facebook.
They should be uploaded, I think.
Under the NetLeaders. And I'm sure they're going to be putting those in the back office as well, right?
Yes.
Under the media section. So tons of stuff going on. We're very excited about the new studio here. I'm losing my voice. It's amazing. Been yelling too much because we're sharing a microphone here. We're very excited for our director, Larry Skinner. Switch to your video back so people can see you, Larry. There he is.
Excellent.
Larry's doing a good job behind the scenes controlling the new broadcast station here in our office. And if you're traveling, or if you know people here in the United States, this office is designed for us to meet and greet and do presentations for you here throughout the year. Coming up to the event.
It's my first time coming into this office space, and it's a fantastic one. So please do come and check it out, use it, visit.
Absolutely. We tore this thing down. This is completely redone, new paint, new carpet, et cetera, et cetera. It's been a long time, and we're still waiting on furniture that hasn't been delivered yet. Sorry. So yes, this office specifically designed to help us grow into the United States and visit people. 40 million people a year come to Las Vegas, and so it's a popular destination for people to travel, hence us having this office here. And with that, I think we're done, Richard.
Okay.
If I can talk without losing my voice, this is funny. Very excited to have the new system of the broadcast up. Very excited to have Richard here. We look forward to seeing Richard in London.
Yes, soon.
Right? In April. And so we'll talk about that and more information about the London event. I'm sure the guys are working on it now.
They're working very hard. Yeah.
Will be published, I don't know, within the next coming weeks.
I would think so.
Look for information about the London event. I look forward. I've only been to London one time, and I want to go see a Gunners game in London while I'm there.
I think we can arrange that.
That's what I want to do. Okay, everybody. I'm John Pretto, Managing Director. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much.
Thanks.